Hey folks, hope you all are doing great and having an amazing day. So, I'm here to share about my experience, the which I recently faced with the Accenture recruitment for ServiceNow developers position for the experienced candidate. So these are basically the questions I was asked in my skill interview one. I have also made one video where I have provided all the details, like how many rounds are there, how many weeks it took for me to get selected, and when Accenture released the offer letter, and how many rounds I went through basically. So I have already prepared a video, you can have a look there. This is for the current year 2020-25. So now I'll proceed with the skill interview one. So what are the questions that I was asked during my skill interview one? So the first thing the interviewer asked, and just to tell you the thing, like it was a video call, and your interviewer was also on video, and I was also asked to share my video along with my screen. So that is how it went. So they asked me about my day-to-day activities. The first question was, tell me about yourself, and then you explain what are your day-to-day responsibilities in your current organization. So I said my day-to-day activities involves around discovery, service mapping, with service configuration, troubleshooting, installation, ECCQ, discovery logs to troubleshoot the errors which I receive usually during the service mapping which I do, and ITSM. So the ITSM integration. So these are my day-to-day responsibilities which I explain to the interviewer. So yeah, the first question was revolving around this. They asked about the day-to-day responsibilities which I explained them. So this was the first question. Then coming to the second questions, yeah, there was a weightage on the project. So they were. I'll tell you about my skill interview too also. So there I had to explain my project in detail. So here I just explained about one project, but I updated them. Like I have completed 3 to 4 projects during my tenure or more. So I have just updated, and I also explained one of the projects. For example, I completed one of the projects, that was decision support system. So what basically I had to do in that project? So I explained from start, like basically we had to integrate ServiceNow with one of the on-prem ZOS mainframe storage systems, and ZOS mainframe storage systems had two sites. So we had to create one manual service map, and then we had to scan all those IPs in that range. So I explained about the project which I did in the particular project decision support system, for how duration it was there and what was my contribution, whether I drove that project end to end or I was getting a support from my team members as well. So these were some of the basic questions that the interviewer asked me. Also they looked for, like, what are your how do you rate yourself in the JavaScript programming? So basically I had to update what is my programming skills, which I said. So this is a short question that it will they will ask, but they didn't ask me to write any code in my skill interview one. So they just about checked about my proficiency with the coding. And then they also asked about, apart from discovery and service mapping, the ITOM module, what other modules in ServiceNow do you have experience or you have worked upon? So I updated them about the ITSM, I updated them about the integration, CMDB, and service mapping, event management. So the others which I have worked upon in my previous years of experience, 6 or 7 years experience with the service now, which I explained to them all those things. So they will ask about those questions also. And then they asked me a technical question regarding mid server. So can you explain about what is mid server, what is mid, how do you what are the prerequisites, what are the prerequisites that you need to collect before installing a mid server, whether it will be like on prem or cloud, like these all the details what you will collect, you have to explain in detail from the start, like what is mid server and how basically what we do right during our new project. So same thing we have to step by step we have to explain, and they listen to all those points which we explained. So one question was sure from mid server in both my interviews, the skill 1 and skill interview 2, both they were there. Then they came for the ECCQ. They asked me like where you will see if you face any issues while doing service mapping, then where do you see the errors, how do you encounter them, what is ECCQ, what is discovery log, what are discovery schedules. So all these questions they clubbed, and one by one they were asking, and we had to update. So and then after this they asked me about also integration. So what is inbound integration, outbound integration, so these questions were also there. Then the next question which was asked for me was event management and the IRE rules. So what does this IRE rule do? Does What is event management, have you worked on it, do you have experience? So these are the things we had to explain. So yeah, this was asked. And then yeah, also there was question related to agent versus agent led discovery, what is that? So I was now we have to explain about both these situations. So they were listening. Actually in my case, whatever I was saying, they never counter question, they just listened to all the answers which I was giving. And the sessions were being recorded, it seems. Yeah, that is how it went. So and then yeah, they asked about the certifications, what certifications do you hold. So like you have to give the clear explanations of which certifications we have completed or which you are planning to do in the next months, like that. So these were the questions that were asked in my skill interview. It lasted for around 15 to 20 minutes for the first day. And at the end, right, the interviewer also asked me like what is my current salary and what was my expected salary, also the notice period and the location. So in my case, I updated my preferred location and the notice period which I had in my present organization. So these details I provided. So yeah, this is basically this is what I went through in my skill interview one. So for this role which I was applying for, it was for ServiceNow consultant or developer role, mainly for ITOM module of ServiceNow. And these were the questions basically asked to me during the interview. Thanks guys, thanks for your time. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you. Bye bye.